Okay, so I guess I'm making my second video. Hopefully, if I don't get interrupted again, because I've been trying to make it. I tried to make it yesterday, and then my dad came home in a hurry and unlocked the door for him. And then I was just making it a minute ago, and he called, so I had to go do some things. Because I'm still living at my parents' house for now. But in 2 months, 26 days, leaving to go on my mission. I don't know if anybody else who watches my videos even cares. But yeah, I'm LDS, so going on a mission to Jacksonville, Florida for 2 years. So after that, I'm just gonna come back, go to college, and do stuff. But yeah, so that's why I'm here. Go and do my own thing later. So don't make fun of me. I'm just living the life, you know. Anyways, let's move on. I'm just gonna show you my yo-yos and stuff in this video. Just basically, just catch you up on all the new stuff I have, and yeah. So first is my, screw it, I'm going to the beginning. I already showed my other video. If you want to know more, go look at the other video. But this is my very first yo-yo, the Flying Panda, Duncan Flying Panda, and it broke. You know, I practiced with it so long, it just completely went and it died. There's a crack in it, and I went and I bought all the replacement parts for it. It has new bearing and all that jazz, but I don't like it. It has new friction stickers. I don't like the friction stickers. I don't like anything. I like the biggest spacing on it even, and I don't like the spacing. It's too small. So, in place of that, I got my Equinox. I don't know if I've shown my other videos. But yeah, Yo-Yo Jam, Equinox. Right there. Okay. And it's just, you know, off-string yo-yo like the Flying Panda, except it's a Yo-Yo Jam. And gap's bigger, and it has the silicone grooves instead of the friction stickers. So I like that one in place of the Flying Panda. I don't use Flying Panda anymore. And then my first metal yo-yo I got was the Omega Dash. So looks like this. It's really heavy. It's heavier than my Yo-Yo Factory Genesis. It's really solid, and it's what I learned on. You know, it's my learning 1A yo-yo. And it hurts. It'll come back and it'll snap at you sometimes, and it really hurts. I wouldn't recommend learning on it. It's like the basic one. If you wanted to start, but you don't have the capability to, you know, go online and go find a yo-yo or get one that's really expensive. I mean, even the Omega, the Dash was 30 bucks, I think. And I went to Hobbytown USA and I got that one, and it hurts, and the gap is a little smaller. I don't think Omega is a very good brand, obviously, but and Duncan. I mean, Duncan's the original, so you have to respect them. And I do, so that's why I, you know, bought all the parts for it, fix it up, and I keep it as memory. But I don't prefer Duncan at all. I prefer a Yo-Yo Factory so far. I mean, I played with a one-drop Y Factor, and that was really nice, but if I had to compare it to something, it would be the Yo-Yo Factory Boss. And they kind of feel similar in a way, you know, shape similar, size is similar, and I don't know. So far, I like the Yo-Yo Factory yo-yos. Anyways, so yeah, my Flying Panda, don't like it. The Equinox is okay. I'm not, you know, I just yo-yo. I do the off-string just for fun. You know, trying to get used to throwing and catching and all that fun stuff. I don't know very many tricks, but use the Dash to learn on, and then I'll just work my way up. I have the Yo-Yo Factory North Star. Looks like that. And it's just a plastic yo-yo. I like it a lot. It's really nice, but if you want to grind or anything, it's not going to sit and grind. It'll just like ride up your arm. And then I have another plastic yo-yo, the grind machine, Yo-Yo Factory grind machine. I can show you. And it's an okay yo-yo. It's basically just a for fun yo-yo. You just use it, like, it has the hub stacks on it. So those are fun just to play around with, and it's fun to grind with. A plastic yo-yo that can grind, and it's just, I don't know, just a fun yo-yo. Not that good, but it's good enough. I would have preferred it as a beginning yo-yo because the first nice yo-yo I ever used from that one kid, if you haven't watched my video, I talked about him. He had an 888 and it had hub stacks, and so I'd never seen those. I thought that was cool, so I always wanted a hub stack yo-yo. So grind machine, cheap, basic, simple thing you can learn on if you wanted just to start up. And North Star is really good, but it has the concave bearing, and yeah. So then I have the Loop 808. Yep, just I wanted to start looping, see what it was like, and I got that. It's pretty basic, pretty cheap, and I just want to try looping. And I'll make another video of me trying to use all my yo-yos and just getting feedback. I'll try and make more videos. I know people are going to be home soon. I don't like making videos in front of people, so whenever I get the chance, I'll try and make something. I know people have asked me, make a tutorial for this trick, and I just never got around to it. But okay, so now I have the God Trick Cyclone. This is something my brother got me for Christmas, and it looks really cool, but it's fun, it's light, it's like light. You can't do anything with it for a long time. It doesn't spin for very long, and you think that's because of the bearing. We put a new bearing on, and it's just the type of yo-yo. It's really light material. It looks heavier, it looks big, and it's just really lightweight. It's fun, it's super quiet, and it's really smooth. Try and grind on that, and it's really smooth, and it's just a fun yo-yo, I guess. Just a new, gotta keep diverse collection. And then I have the Yo-Yo Factory Pop Star miniature yo-yo. Not as many as I wanted. I wanted to get the Mighty Flea, but this is the closest you can get, and it will fit inside of my Genesis. So yeah, there's that. And it's just a for fun yo-yo. Just have it just for fun, especially when you put I wanted to test out the trifecta bearing, so I bought one of those, and I'd seen there's so many of them in stock, and I was wondering why. I'm like, well, maybe they suck, and so maybe I shouldn't get one. Maybe I should get a 10 ball. And then I looked up, and there's ceramic bearings, and those ones spin 3.5 minutes just when you roll the yo-yo off your hand, but out of stock. So decided to try the trifecta because it's like a concave and a 10 ball, and it has a groove through the center so it holds the string. So I wanted to try that, and it's basically like having a 1-drop bearing, but has all the different add-ons. And so with that miniature yo-yo, that really helps because it's not going to be spinning for a long time. It's just harder to use and keep going for a long time. So you put that on, and just with the 10 balls, it's going to spin longer. And with the groove through the middle, it's going to hold the main string away from the side, so it's not rubbing against the silicone. Keeps going for a long time. And then the concave sides, or the sloped sides, whatever you want to say, just keep the extra strings from going against the silicone, so it'll stay a lot longer. And sometimes it comes back and hits your hand really hard enough to hurt. But 2 more yo-yos. I have my Yo-Yo Factory Boss. So that's what that looks like, and it's pretty good. I have the stock bearing on it right now. I had tried the trifecta on it first, and oh my crap, that thing freaking came back, and it's fast. I mean, I thought my Genesis was really nice, and I think that's because it has that 10 ball bearing. I think if I took it off, it wouldn't be as good, obviously, but it's still a really nice yo-yo. But when I stick the trifecta bearing on the Boss, it changes dramatically. It's ridiculous. So I need to get a new bearing for that one. I'd really, if I said, if you have to choose between the 10 ball, the 1-drop 10 ball bearing, and the trifecta bearing, say go with the trifecta because you get a lot more for the price, and it works just as good, but even better in some cases. So yeah, I'm gonna get one for my Boss. And last was Yo-Yo Factory Genesis. And this was one, I think he's still subscribed to me unless he stopped. His Uncle Jemiah, I think that's how you say it. But I was trying to find a really nice yo-yo back when I was poor. And surprisingly I afforded this one. But he just gave me advice, said this was a really nice yo-yo. And at first I was used to the dash. And you can't judge other yo-yos on any other yo-yo because they're all different in their own way. Like you'll be playing with one yo-yo for fun and you'll switch to another one. All of a sudden you were fast on the other one, but you're trying to go as fast and the other one's still just floating around because it's slower and lighter. And there's just, every yo-yo plays really differently. So it's not about, I guess you really do want a nice one, just for those times where you just say, I want to play with a nice yo-yo, just, if you're learning tricks and stuff. And that's what I do with this. It's my favorite yo-yo. It's really nice and has the 10 ball bearing on it. One drop 10 ball bearing. I might get a trifecta bearing for it. But yeah, so those are all of my yo-yos I have. And I bought the Yo-Yo Expert 8. Is there 8? 3, 4, 6, 8. I cut an extra one. Okay, so I bought this thing. And let me scoot over other way. Okay. Bought this thing, and there were supposed to be 2 of these. Not the dice. I just stick the dice in there, it's there. But it's my counterweight. But there was supposed to be a hole here and a hole here, and there was no hole here. So I cut that out myself. It looks crappy, but it fits the pop star in it. So, it works. I was like, well, would I rather have 2 counterweights or stick an extra yo-yo in and miniature spot, miniature yo-yo, works out. And then this one over here, the really big one, hold my Equinox. But when I first got this bag, so it was missing, like the advertised picture, it was missing this one. And this one was really crappy. It had like some pieces sticking out. They didn't fix it at all. And then this one was like shaped, it was shaped like, geez, I don't even know if I can make it shaped like this. So it basically stretched it out by having that giant yo-yo in there. But I was really disappointed in the quality of styrofoam that they sent me. Styrofoam quality. So if I ever remember, I'll probably just do it after this video, who knows. I'll go and send my picture and be like, this sucks. I like the case. You can, send me back just the freaking foam, and I'll be happy. I'll cut it myself if you really want me to. Customize it to my own yo-yos. But yeah, so that's what the bag looks like. There's a little container up here, and as well with all the other stuff I bought, I got the is it blue, black, and white twisted string. I really like it, and I got the multi-tool, and this is really nice to have just because, if you're ever taking your yo-yo apart and, the axle sometimes comes out, and so you use this thing and you can tighten it into there and it'll stay. And then you use the other side, and that's to get your bearing out because I've tried getting the bearing out with my teeth, and I chipped 2 teeth that way. I just got these 2 that are chipped. And then I try to use pliers, and that will ruin your bearing sometimes. It'll like make it jagged on the edges, so don't do that. It doesn't really work. You get the multi-tool, just wiggle it, it comes out. So got that, got some looping lubrication stuff and some extra silicone groove things. And yeah, just a lot of string. Those are my yo-yos, and I will make another video and try and show you each one, talk about it, hopefully, and hopefully people won't hate me for what I say. Hopefully I'll remember what to say. So yeah, wish me luck.